Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Once again, continue with the theme of Fortnite. Today we are doing the Red Knight statue. So I've seen a lot of guys asking for this, and again, power chord, and that's something that I'm going to get out in the very near future, so stay tuned for that. I'm kind of a bit late to the game with this. I was meant to originally release this in correlation with the pixel art that JBros Gaming did. Again, I'm going to leave a link to that down in the description if you do want to go check it out. It's a really awesome pixel art and a really awesome tutorial. So again, links in the description for that. In terms of the actual design, this was designed by Boros, or Boris Bros. So again, I'll leave his information down in the description. Really awesome designer. Once again, I've made a few modifications, but they're just small changes. Overall, the majority of the work was done by him. So again, awesome job, credit where credit is due. The final thing I want to say is, again, if you want to join myself and the likes of Boros, we all play on the Tanto network server, so that is tantonetwork.com, that's the IP, tantonetwork.com, and it's a Minecraft PC server, free to join, free to play, creative, towny, and also a really cool game mode in the works. So again, tantonetwork.com, feel free to come and join, IP in the description. But apart from that, let's get straight into the tutorial. So the blocks you're going to need to build this statue are as following. You're going to need some black wool, some coal, some red terracotta, nether wart block, red nether brick, red concrete, black terracotta, nether brick stairs, nether brick slab, nether bricks, red wool, black concrete, yellow terracotta, acacia planks, smooth red sandstone, and black carpet. So if you want to pause here, grab them blocks into your inventory, that would be great, and then we can get straight into building. Now, once again, if you do enjoy this video or find it at all useful, then definitely consider leaving a like on your way out. Leave a comment suggesting what you want to see on the channel, as well as what you thought about the video, whether that's good, bad, I don't mind. Again, if you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing, and also follow me on Twitter at GummyBearGames, where I tweet out every time I upload, just in case you don't trust YouTube with notifications. Apart from all the plugging, let's begin. So we're going to start off by building the front side of the legs. The front side of the legs are going to be a 12x8 rectangle. We're going to do this layer by layer, left to right. Again, each layer consists of 8 blocks. There's 12 layers in total. So starting off with layer number 1, we are going to place 3 black wool, 2 blocks of coal, and 3 black wool. So again, that's 3 black wool, 2 coal, 3 black wool. Now, in front of the coal here, this is our 4th and 5th block. What we are going to do is we're going to build this up to 10th layer, and essentially this is just to save us some time. So we're going to build up 9 layers on top using 2 coal, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that is instantly the first 10 layers. We just need to fill in the left side and the right side. Now, I normally only do this, again, if it's all the way up, but in this case, because it's so many layers in a row, it's easier to get out of the way. So once again, that's 10 layers of coal, so the original plus 9. So, going back to the second layer now, on the left side, we are going to place 1 red terracotta, 1 nether wart block, 1 red terracotta, and on the right side we place 1 red, 1 nether wart, and 1 red. So again, exact same on the left and the right, and this is going to be the same, working our way up. For the third layer now, we're going to place 3 red terracotta on both the left side and the right side. On top of this, we are going to place 5 layers of black wool. So 3, 4, 5, exact same on the right side, 5 layers of black wool. So that is 3, 4, and 5. And again, that is our 8th layer. For our 9th layer, on the left side, we're going to place 1 red nether brick, 1 red concrete, 1 red nether brick, and on the right side we place 3 black wool. For the 10th layer now, we are going to place on the left side 1 black wool, 2 red terracotta, and on the right side we're going to place 2 red concrete and 1 black wool. So again, I'll back up. You can now see it meets up to the exact same height as the coal, and that's now a 10x8 rectangle. For the second to last layer, which is the 11th layer, we are going to place 1 red nether brick, 1 red concrete, 1 red nether brick, 1 red concrete, 1 block of coal, and 3 black wool. And then for the 12th and final layer, we're going to place 1 block of coal, 1 red terracotta, 1 block of coal, 2 black terracotta, 1 block of coal, 1 red terracotta, and 1 block of coal. And again, if you back up, it should look something like this. That is a 12 by 8 rectangle, and that is the front side of the legs. Now, that is the basics complete. Once again, it should be 12 tall, 8 wide. What we're going to do now is start adding some 3D effects. And what I mean by 3D effects, what I refer to, is building on top of. So we're not building into, we're not replacing, we're actually just building in front of it. So we're going to start off by grabbing our nether brick slabs. We're going to come to the second layer, and on the upper half of the second layer, on the second and third block, we're going to place 2 nether brick slabs. So again, it's on the upper half. Then what we do is we come to the third layer, once again upper half, 2 nether brick slabs, and then on the fourth layer, once again upper half, this time we're going to place 3 nether brick slabs. So we're going to extend 1 block over to the left, and that will link round onto the left side later on in the video. For now, we don't necessarily need to worry about it. On the right side, we're essentially going to repeat the bottom 2 layers. So we come to the second layer, upper half, on the 7th or 6th and 7th block from the left, or 2nd and 3rd from the right. And we're also going to come to the third layer, and once again, on the upper half, place 2 nether brick slabs. So this is what it currently looks like. Then, what we're going to do is we're going to come to the 5th layer, 7th block from left, and we're going to place 1 red nether brick. So again, in terms of where this will be the second layer of the black wall. And again, it's the 7th block from the left, 2nd from right. Above this, we're going to place 2, 3, 4 of our red terracotta. And either side, so on the left, we're going to place on the first layer 1 red concrete, same on the right. And for the remaining 3 layers, just place 3 red terracotta. So it gives you an effect that looks like this, and that's kind of like the little knee pad / shin pad going on the right leg. Now above this, we're going to leave a layer, and in line with the 3 blocks, that being the 6th, 7th and 8th blocks, we're going to place 1 red concrete, 1 red terracotta, 1 red concrete on the 11th layer, and it ends up looking something like this. The final addition we are going to add to this little part here is we're going to grab ourselves our nether brick slabs, and on the second layer, so this red terracotta, to the right, on the lower half, we place 1 nether brick slab, and we're also going to do it on the upper layer of this block right here. So the second block of the red terracotta, on the upper half, place a nether brick slab to the right. So currently, it should end up looking something like this. The final addition we're going to do in the top center is the little kind of belt buckle. So right in front of the 2 black terracotta, we're going to place 2 stairs facing in towards each other. So on the left side, 1 facing towards the right. On the right side, 1 facing towards the left. And then directly above that, we are going to grab ourselves our black carpet, and we're going to place 2 black carpet to cap it off. And yeah, that is the front side of the legs. That is a 12 by 8. And once again, I definitely suggest pausing the video if you need to, catching up and making sure you have something that looks like this. Again, if you don't, it's no worries, just go back in the video, see where things haven't gone quite to plan, and work from there. But again, it's better to pause it now than to get to the end of the video, realise you messed up and have to tear everything back down. So, without further ado, again, front side complete, we're now going to move on to the front side of the body, so the upper body / chest region. For this, again, it's going to be a 12 by 8 rectangle, and we're building it in line with the original layer, not in line with the 3D effects, pretty simple stuff. For the first layer, we are going to grab ourselves our red wall, and we are going to place on the left side 2 red wool, 4 red nether bricks, and 2 red wool. So again, that's the first layer, or the 13th layer of the build. What we're then going to do is on the left side, we're going to expand 1 to the left using our red nether brick, and then 3 red terracotta. We do the exact same on the right side, so 1 to the right using red nether brick, and then 3 red terracotta, so we've got a 4 block extension to the left and a 4 block extension to the right, and essentially what this is doing is marking out the hands. We're not going to work on them for now, it's just a marker so that we have somewhere to come back to later on in the video, and we don't actually have to work out where they go. It's all set and done ready. Anyways, as I said, ignore the arms for now, we'll come back to that later on. Continuing on with the second layer of the body, starting on top of this red wall here, we are going to place 3 red wool, 2 red concrete, and 3 red wool. So again, after every layer, I'll try and back up, give you guys an opportunity to pause. Please do take those opportunities. The third layer is going to consist of 3 red wool, 2 blocks of coal, and 3 red wool. On top of this, for the fourth layer, we're going to place 1 red wool, 1 block of coal, 4 black wool, 1 block of coal, and 1 red wool. So again, that is the 4th layer. On top of this, for the 5th and 6th layers, very, very simple. We're going to place 2 layers of 8 black wool. So once again, the 5th and 6th layers are 8 black wool. For the 7th layer now, we are going to place 1 block of coal, 1 black wool, 4 coal, 1 black wool, and 1 block of coal. On top of this, we are going to place, for our 8th layer, 1 block of red concrete, 6 black wool, and 1 red concrete. On top of that, we are going to do 2 red wool, 1 black wool, 2 blocks of coal, 1 black wool, and 2 red wool. On top of this, we are going to do, nice and simple, 8 red wool. So that is our 10th layer. Our 11th layer, second to last layer, is going to consist of 2 red wool, 1 block of coal, 2 black wool, 1 block of coal, and 2 red concrete. I think I said wool there before. Concrete. For the 12th and final layer, we are going to place 1 red wool, 1 black wool, 4 nether brick, 1 black wool, and then finally 1 red wool. So once you've done that, that is now a 12 by 8 rectangle. That is the front side of the body in its basic form. The 3D effects we're going to add to this are very, very simple, so we'll get them out of the way. We're going to come to the top left corner of the body, come down to the second to top layer, so the 11th layer, second block, and on the upper half of the second block, we're going to place a nether brick slab. We repeat this on the 7th block on the same layer, and also in the 2 middle blocks, so where the black wool is, this being the 4th and 5th blocks, on the lower half, we're going to place 2 nether brick slabs. It's as simple as that. Once you've done that, that is the front side of the body complete. Once again, that's a 12 by 8 rectangle, and if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start making some progress on the arms. So each arm is 12 by 4, 12 tall, 4 wide. We've got our first layer already complete. If you haven't, come to the 13th layer of the build, go 4 to the left, 4 to the right, and that consists of 1 red nether brick and 3 red terracotta, vice versa. The unfortunate thing is, the left arm and the right arm in this case aren't the same, so I don't recommend skipping forwards. You're going to have to kind of stick through it, grind it out, but it's not too difficult, so it shouldn't take too long. So without further ado, let's continue with the left arm. So we've already got our first layer. Once again, that's 3 red terracotta, 1 red nether brick. Second layer is going to be 2 red terracotta, 2 red concrete. Third layer is going to be 4 red terracotta, and third layer, and then fourth layer is going to be 4 red concrete. So again, that's the first 4 layers complete. This is where things get a bit more complicated. So for our 5th layer, we're going to place 2 nether brick, 1 black wool, and 1 block of coal. On top of this, and this is where we're going to have to play around with our inventory a bit, we are going to place 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, and 1 block of coal. So that is our 6th layer. On top of this, for the 7th layer, we're going to place 2 nether brick, 1 black wool, 1 block of coal. On top of that, we place black concrete, black wool, black concrete, 1 coal. On top of this, we're going to do a pattern of black wool, concrete, black wool, concrete. And to cap that off, we're going to place a layer of 4 red concrete. So that's our 10th layer. For our 11th layer, second to last layer, it's going to consist of 1 block of coal, 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, 1 coal. And on top of that, we're going to place 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, and 1 black wool. And what we can also do is just replace that coal with black wool. Slight mess up there. So that is a 12 by 4. That is the left arm complete in its basic form. So again, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. And then what we're going to do is start making some progress on the right arm. Once again, not the exact same, so please, again, don't skip ahead too much. So heading over to the right arm, again, first layer is the same. It's going to be 1 red nether brick, 3 red terracotta. Second layer is going to be 2 red concrete, 2 red terracotta. Third layer is 4 red terracotta, and fourth layer is 4 red concrete. Simple so far. The 5th layer now is going to be 1 black concrete, 3 nether brick. On top of this, we are going to place 1 block of coal, 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, 1 black concrete. So that is our 6th layer. For our 7th layer, we're going to place 1 black concrete, 3 nether brick. For our 8th layer, we're going to place 1 coal, 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, 1 black concrete. And on top of this, it's just going to be a checkerboard pattern of black concrete and black wool. So for the final 4 layers, we're going to place for the first one, concrete, wool, concrete, wool. For the next layer, it's going to be wool, concrete, wool, concrete. You probably guessed it, next one's going to be concrete, wool, concrete, wool. And then the final layer is going to be wool, concrete, wool, concrete. So again, just a little kind of chessboard pattern of black concrete and black wool. Once you've done that, that is the right arm complete. And again, that is a 12x4 rectangle. So I'm going to back up now and give you guys an opportunity to look at what the statue should look like so far. Once again, the body is 12x8, each arm is 12x4, and the legs are 12x8. Again, it should be 24 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. And yeah, hopefully you have something that looks like this. And what we're now ready to do is start making it 3D by working on the sides of the legs. So we're going to start off by coming around to the left side of the left leg. From this black wall here, we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 to the left, and essentially the left side of the leg, including the right side, is going to be 12x4, so 12 tall and 4 wide. However, one thing that is important to consider is the 4th block is already here. The front side, that is our 4th block, that's already done and built. So what that means is we're only placing 3 blocks per layer, because 3 plus the existing layer is 4, and that's going to give us our 12x4. So nice and simple. The first 8 layers is going to be black wool, so including the first one, that's another 7 layers, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and if you notice, you'll have got to the right layer, because the next layer will have the 1 red nether brick above it. So, for the next layer, this being the 9th layer, we're going to place 1 red nether brick, 2 red concrete. On top of this, we're going to place 3 black wool. So that was our 10th layer. Our 11th layer is going to be 1 red terracotta, 2 red concrete, and then the 12th and final layer is going to be 3 blocks of coal. As you can see, that is a 12x4, and as simple as that, that is the left side of the leg. One thing you do need to do is grab yourself your nether brick slab. We are going to come to this layer here in line with the front side, so that being the 4th layer. On the upper half of the block, we're going to place 4 nether brick slabs, and it links around to the front corner and connects with the 3D effect on the front side. So from a corner angle, it looks like this, and that is the left side of the leg complete. Now the right side of the leg is even more simplistic, so we're going to head round to the right side. Starting off, we are going to expand from the black wall here, 1, 2, 3 to the right, and the exact same as before. It's a 12x4, however the first block is already done, so that means we're only placing 3 blocks per layer. Now the good news is the first 10 layers is simply just black wool, so we're going to build it all the way up to the top, minus 2 blocks, and we do this all the way across using again solid black wool. For the 11th layer, which is the second to last layer, we're going to place 2 black wool, 1 red concrete, and then for the final layer we're going to place 3 blocks of coal. Nice and simple, that is the right side of the leg complete. That is a 12x4 rectangle. In terms of the 3D effects, in line again with the nether brick slabs, here on the side, we're going to expand them 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. Exact same on the lower one, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And if you back up, it should now look like that. So again, 2 layers of the nether brick slabs. We don't extend the ones at the bottom. And from a corner angle, should now look like this. So that is a 12x4 rectangle with the 2 layers of 3D effects. So, that is the side of the legs complete. What we're going to work on now is the sides of the arms, but before we do that, we need to actually build the platforms underneath, to which we're going to build on top of. So the way we're going to do this is, if I can fly properly, we're going to come around to the rear side and to the bottom layer of the arms. You see here that we have 3 red terracotta and 1 red nether brick. Behind the red terracotta, we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 backwards using red terracotta. Behind the red nether brick, very simple, 3 red nether brick. We repeat the exact same on the other side, so 3 red nether brick, and then the 3 layers of red terracotta. We expand backwards using red terracotta. Once you've done that from below, it should look like this. That is a 4x4 platform, and what this is going to prevent is holes in the hands later on in the build. And again, it also gives us a very nice platform if we come up to the side in which we can build on top of. So you can see here the side of the arm is going to be 12 by 4. Essentially that building platform at the bottom has laid out that template. So we've got the 4 wide and 12 tall. Just like the side of the legs, the 4th block is already complete. That's done out the way. So we're only placing 3 blocks per layer. 3 plus 1, of course, equals 4. So, nice and simple. We're going to start off the first 3 layers. The first one is red terracotta. Second and third are the exact same. 4th layer is going to be 3 red concrete. And on top of that, we are going to do a layer of nether brick. So 3 nether brick, and that is going to be our 5th layer. For our 6th layer, we get into this black wall, black concrete pattern again. So let me get them together. We're going to place 1 black wall, 1 concrete, 1 wall. And on top of this, we're going to cap it off with 3 nether brick. On top of that, we are going to place 1 wall, 1 concrete, 1 wall. On top of that, 1 concrete, 1 wall, 1 concrete. The next layer, which is the 10th layer, is going to be 3 red concrete. 11th layer, second to last, is going to be 1 black concrete, 1 coal, 1 black concrete. And then the final layer is going to be wall, concrete, wall. So that is a 12 by 4. That is the left side of the arm complete. And then from a corner angle, looks like this. So again, if you want to pause, please do so. Heading around to the right side now. Very, very similar. First 3 layers is going to be red terracotta, capped off with the 4th layer, which is red concrete. On top of that, we're going to place 3 nether brick. We're then going to place 1 black wall, 1 black concrete, 1 black wall. On top of that, we're going to place 3 nether brick. And then once again, we get into our checkerboard pattern. So we're going to place for the first layer, wall, concrete, wall. Next layer, concrete, wall, concrete. On top of that, wall, concrete, wall, concrete, wall, concrete, and then finally wall, concrete, wall. And that is your 12 by 4, and that is the right side of the arm complete. So again, pause there. I do appreciate it went pretty fast, but you can understand it's something that's just best if you pause the video. So heading around now to the rear side of the statue without wasting any time, we have something that looks like this. Not ideal, kind of an empty shell. We're going to link it all together. So starting off at the rear side of the legs. The rear side of the legs is going to be a 12 by 8. However, left side, this one here, and right side is already done. That's 2 rows out the way, which means we're placing 6 blocks per layer, essentially linking left side to right side. So we're going to start off on the first layer by placing 2 black wool, 2 blocks of coal, and 2 black wool. On top of this, we are going to build up to the 9th layer. So we're going to build up 8 layers using coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On top of this, we're going to do 2 layers of red nether brick and a layer of 2 coal. On the top layer, we're going to build 2 blocks to the left and 2 blocks to the right using coal. This essentially caps it off, and we have the outline for the left side and the right side. Starting off on the left side, we are going to place 7 layers of 2 black wool. What this will do is bring us 1 short of the coal here. On the right side, we do the exact same. So 7 layers, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, using black wool, leaves us 1 short of this coal here. On the left side, we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 red concrete. Next 2 layers is going to be 2 red concrete. On the right side, we're going to place 1 red terracotta, 1 red concrete, and then the next 2 layers is going to be 2 red terracotta. With that said and done, that is the basics of the rear side of the legs complete. That's a 12 by 8. All that's left to do is using our nether brick slabs, 2 on the left side, 1 on the right side, is link round the rear. So coming to the left side first, in line with the nether brick slabs here, we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 to the right on both ones, so in line. And again, it expands around the corner and gives you a nice 3D effect. On the right side, exact same logic applies, 3 to the left, only 1 on that side, and with that done, that is the rear side of the legs complete. In total, that is the legs complete. Again, opportunity to pause, that is a 12 by 8 rectangle, and that is the rear side of the legs. So the next step we are going to do is working on the rear side of the body. Now this is going to be relatively plain because we are going to add the red shield on top as a 3D effect. It's going to be a bit more difficult, a bit more work, but again, it looks really cool. So if you don't want to add it, feel free to not add it. The back might need a bit of detailing, but I didn't want to include the detail if you are going to cover it up with the shield. So starting off with our first layer, we are going to place 2 red wool, 3 red nether brick, and 2 red wool. So once again, that's our first layer. For our second layer, we are going to place 3 red wool, 2 red concrete, 3 red wool. And on top of this, we're going to place 3 red wool, 2 blocks of coal, and 3 red wool. For the fourth layer now, we are going to place 1 red wool, 1 block of coal, 4 black wool, 1 block of coal, 1 red wool. So that's our fourth layer. On top of this, for our fifth and sixth layers, we're going to place 8 black wool. So nice and simple. Again, that is 8 black wool. For the next layer, we're going to place 1 coal, 6 wool, 1 coal. On top of this, we're going to place 1 red concrete, 6 wool, so black wool, and 1 red concrete. On top of that, exact same, but instead of concrete, we replace it with wool. So 1 red wool, 6 black wool, and 1 red wool. And we repeat this for a second layer. So that's 1 red wool, 6 black wool, 1 red wool. Second to last layer, we're going to place 2 red concrete, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 red concrete. And then the 12th and final layer is going to be 1 red wool, 6 black wool, and 1 red wool. So that is a 12 by 8. It's the rear side of the body complete. And again, that is a 12 by 8. So, in terms of the 3D effect, we are going to come to the bottom third layer, left side. Come to the third block. And on the third and fourth block, we're going to place 2 coal. So once again, this is a 3D effect. We're placing it on top of, not replacing. On top of this, we are going to leave 1 block. Starting from the left side, we place 2 coal, 2 red nether brick, and 2 blocks of coal. Once again, leaving a 1 block gap on the right side. From this block on the left, we're going to go up diagonal to the left. On the right side, up diagonal to the right. What we're then going to do is build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we repeat this on the right side, again using coal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to go up diagonal either side and start bringing it inwards. So 2 in on the left, 2 in on the right. And we go up diagonal again and link in the middle with 2 blocks of coal. And it gives you a shape that looks like this. This is the outline. What we're then going to do is fill in the inner layers, layer by layer. So starting off with this layer here, we are going to place 2 red terracotta, 2 blocks of coal, 2 red terracotta. The next layer is going to be 6 red terracotta. The next layer is 1 red terracotta, 2 black wool, 1 red terracotta, 1 black wool, 1 red terracotta. On top of this, we are going to place 1 red terracotta. We're going to need our nether brick, so 1 nether brick, 2 black wool, 1 nether brick, and 1 black wool. On top of this, we are going to place 2 red terracotta, 1 black wool. We are then going to grab ourselves our yellow terracotta. So we place 1 yellow, get rid of it, get our red back, 1 black wool, and 1 red terracotta. Second to last layer is going to be 2 red, 2 coal, 2 red. And then for the final 2 blocks in this top part here, we're going to place 2 red nether brick. And once you've done that, that is the shield complete. Again, I appreciate it kind of blends in when you look at it from the camera angle with the rear side of the statue. But again, I'll try and give you a few different angles so you can see it as best as possible. That's a little back bling. What you can do, if you want to, is actually bring the layers that aren't the coal forwards another block. So it gives kind of like a curved look, if you get what I mean. So you do essentially this, and it would make it look a bit more curved. But again, it could also make it look a bit more bulky. Haven't really played around with it. If you want to try it, you're more than welcome to do so. So, next thing we're going to work on is the rear side of the arms. Starting off on this left side here, once again, 1 row already done, so we're placing 3 blocks per layer. First layer, as you can see, is 3 red terracotta, 1 red nether brick. Second layer is going to be 1 red terracotta, 2 red concrete. On top of that, 3 red terracotta, and on top of that, 3 red concrete. Next layer, what we're going to do is place 2 nether brick, 1 block of coal. On top of that, we are going to place 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, 1 block of coal. Next layer is going to be 2 nether brick, 1 coal. Layer on top of that is going to be concrete, wool, coal. On top of that, it's going to be wool, concrete, coal. Next layer, we're going to go to the crisscross kind of pattern. So we're going to have concrete, wall, concrete. Layer on top of that is wall, concrete, wall. Next layer is concrete, wall, concrete. So again, that's a 12 by 4, and it ends up looking like this. On the right side now, we have the first layer, once again, red nether brick, 3 red terracotta. Second layer is 2 red concrete, and 1 red terracotta. Third layer is 3 red terracotta. Fourth layer is 3 red concrete. And on top of that, we are going to place 1 block of coal, 1 black concrete, and 1 nether brick. On top of this, we are going to place 1 block of coal, 1 black wool, 1 black concrete. Next layer is going to be 1 coal, 1 black concrete, 1 nether brick. On top of that, we're going to place 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 concrete. Next layer is going to be coal, concrete, black wool. On top of this, we are going to place 3 red concrete. Second to last layer is going to be 1 coal, 1 black concrete, and 1 block of coal. And then the 12th and final layer is going to be 1 concrete, 1 wool, and 1 concrete. So again, if I back up, you can now see both arms 12 by 4. And again, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. So, the final thing we need to do before we move on to the head is the shoulders. If we head around to the front side and to the top left corner, you'll see essentially we're going to follow this crisscross pattern. So starting on the outer layer, we have 1 black concrete. Next out, we're going to place 1 wool, 1 concrete, 1 wool. So we only place 3, and I'll explain it in a second why. In the layer in front of this, we've got 1 wool here, so we're going to place 1 concrete, 1 wool, 1 concrete, and it gives you a 4x4 square. That's the left shoulder. Heading over to the right side, next to this black concrete here, to the left of it, we place 1 wool, 1 concrete, 1 wool. To the wall here, we place 1 concrete, 1 wool, 1 concrete. Once again, that's a 4x4. Left shoulder, right shoulder. In the middle, we've got this gap. Simply fill that in with black wool. Doesn't really matter because it's actually going to be covered by the head. So it's only the left 4x4 and the right 4x4 that actually matters. In total, that is a 16x4 area. Once again, if you want to pause, feel free. And that pretty much wraps up the body of, or the body part, should I say, of this video. So what I'm going to do at this part in the tutorial is I'm going to get rid of my arm. I'm going to chop it right off. I'm going to wait for Xbox to slowly load. There we go. And we're going to go part to part to part, give you guys an opportunity to pause and catch up if you need to. Now again, if you're 100% confident that you are good to go, you have got it perfect, you've nailed it, feel free, skip forward about a minute or 2 in the video. This is an opportunity for people that maybe aren't so sure or just need a little assistance up the hill. So, this is the front side of the legs. This is a 12x8. And again, what I'm essentially going to do is just give you an opportunity to pause. Then I'm going to move swiftly on. For example, this is the front side of the body. Once again, a 12x8. Front side of each arm, 12x4. Come around to the left side with the left side of the leg, 12x4. With the underside of the left hand, 4x4. And then the left side of the arm, 12x4. Come around to the right side. We have the right side of the leg, 12x4. Underside of the right hand, 4x4, right side of the arm, 12x4. Come around to the rear side with the rear side of the leg, 12x8. Rear side of body, 12x8. Rear side of each arm, 12x4. And then finally the shoulders, which is a 16 wide by 4 thick area. So with that said, hopefully, again, everyone has something that looks like this. If you don't, again, go back in the video, see where things haven't gone quite to plan. If you're still struggling, let me know in the comment section below and I'll try and help you as much as possible. But hopefully it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So with that said and done, we're now ready to start making some progress on the head, so let's begin. Start off by coming around to the front side, aka the side that has the shin pad on the knee. Come to the front left corner and count to the 5th block, which should be this red wall. We're going to bring it, so place 1 black wall, bring it 2 forwards, and on the right side we do the exact same. Once again, it should be the red wall, place 1 black wall, bring it 2 forwards. Now in between them there should be a 6 block gap. On the inner layer we're going to place 1 nether brick, 4 red nether brick, and 1 nether brick, and on the outer layer we're going to place 1 red concrete, 4 red wool, and 1 red concrete. So from below should look like that, and that is an 8x2 overhang. Now, in terms of the sides, we're going to come up round to the left side first. We're going to replace the original block with 1 nether brick, and then what we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right, and extend it 2 blocks over the edge. On the other side, exact same applies. Replace the original block with 1 nether brick, and then go 5 blocks to the left, and it will again extend 2 blocks over the rear side. On the rear side, simply just join them together by placing a 6x2 in the middle. That will give you an 8x2 overhang of black wool. Most importantly, it will give you an 8x8 square, and this is going to be the template for the head. Of course, the head is an 8x8 by 8 cube, so each side being 8x8, nice template. We've got front side, left side, right side, and rear side. So we're going to start off on the front side first. First area is already nicely done. That is 1 black wool, 1 red concrete, 4 red wool, 1 red concrete, and 1 black wool. Second layer is going to be from left to right, 1 black wool, 1 nether brick, 4 red wool, 1 nether brick, and 1 black wool. The third layer now is going to be 1 black wool, 6 red wool, and 1 black wool, so that is the third layer. The fourth layer is going to be 1 black wool, leave a 6 block gap, and 1 black wool. For the fifth layer now, we are going to place 1 black concrete, 1 red wool, 4 red concrete, 1 red wool, and 1 black concrete, so that's the fifth layer. For the sixth layer, we're going to place 1 black wool, 6 red wool, and 1 black wool. Seventh layer is going to be 1 black wool, 2 red concrete, 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, 2 red concrete, and 1 black wool. And then for the eighth and final layer, we're going to place 1 black wool, 2 red concrete, 2 black wool, 2 red concrete, and 1 black wool. So that is an 8x8 square, and that is the front side of the face. Now in terms of this gap here on the fourth layer, what we're going to do is we're going to come around to the rear side. We're going to indent 1 block like so behind the red wool. If we go back around to the front side, on top of this block, we are going to grab ourselves our acacia and also our smooth red sandstone. Starting on the left side, we're going to indent 1 acacia. So when I say indent, set it 1 block backwards. 1 smooth red sandstone, 2 black wool, 1 smooth red sandstone, and 1 acacia plank. Go around to the rear side, punch out that black wool there, and now you have our eyes, which are indented into the helmet. Now, what we're going to do, because that's kind of too bulky at the moment, is we are going to grab ourselves our nether brick slabs, and on the lower half, or underneath should I say, this row here, but on the upper half of the block, we're going to place a row of 6 nether brick slabs, and that essentially just makes the little eye slot a little bit thinner and a little bit more realistic. In terms of detailing on the front side of the face, we're also going to add a few 3D effects. So starting off, we are going to grab ourselves our nether brick stairs. We are going to come to the 7th layer, to the 4th and 5th block. On the 4th block, we're going to place a nether brick stair towards the left, 5th block, 1 towards the right. Underneath this, we place 2 red concrete. Underneath that, upside down stair towards the left, upside down stair towards the right. Now, either side of the red concrete, we're going to place a stair facing into the red concrete. The way best to do this is to place 1 to the side, and then 1 off of that. Punch the original block out. Once again, 1 off to the side, 1 facing outwards, and again, punch out the original block. So that is the front side of the face complete. Now, again, if you want to pause, that's an 8x8 square. We're then going to head round to the left side and start building that. So, spoiler alert, the left side is very, very easy. Come around to the left side. Once again, it's going to be an 8x8 square. We're going to start off, essentially, for the first, I guess, on top of the basic first layer, we're going to do 7 layers of 7 black wool. So we're essentially building all the way up to the top using black wool. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come to the 3rd layer on the left, 4th layer on the left, and on the 2nd and 3rd block of each one, we're going to punch out 2 blocks. That will give us a 2x2 square. In said 2x2 square, we're going to fill it in with nether brick. And as you can see, that is now an 8x8 square, and that is the basics of the left side. In terms of detail, we are going to grab ourselves our nether brick slab. We are going to come to the 3rd layer, or sorry, to the 4th layer, 7th and 6th block from the left, 2nd and 3rd from the right, and above this we're going to place another 2. So we have a 2x2 square. Once again, that's on the 4th and 5th layer. On the 4th layer, on the lower half of the block to the right, we're going to place a nether brick slab, and it ends up looking something like this. If you look at it from a front angle, you can now see it kind of adds a little bit of shape to the front side. So again, very, very simple. That is the left side of the head. Now the good news is the right side is indeed the exact same. So we're going to start off by doing 7 layers of black wool. Then we're going to go ahead and punch our 2x2 of nether brick out, add the 3D effect, and that's easiest done. The right side of the head. So again, black wool all the way up to the top. Come to the 3rd and 4th layer, punch out our 2x2, 1 block away from the right side, fill it in with nether brick. Then we're going to come to the left side, and we're going to add our 3D effect. So, in line with the black concrete, right there, we're going to leave a 1 block gap. So, second block, we're going to place a 2x2 of black wool. To the left of it, on the lower half, we're going to place a nether brick slab. And again, that is the right side of the head complete. So, very, very simple. Right side done. So, again, from a corner angle, should now look something like this, starting to really take shape. Keeping with the momentum, we're going to head around to the rear side and start filling that in. So, just like the other parts we've done, where left side and right side are done, we're essentially linking both sides. First layer is going to be black wool. Second layer is going to be 1 black wool. And this is where we can clean up our inventory a bit. So, we just need our red wool, our red concrete, and our black wool. So, 1 black wool, 1 red wool, 2 red concrete, 1 red wool, 1 black wool, and we're going to do this all the way to the top. So essentially, you can just build it all the way up to the same height, to the 8th layer. It's the exact same pattern. So that's 1 black wool, 1 red wool, 2 red concrete, and 1 red wool and 1 black wool. So again, ends up looking like this. A solid stripe going down through the middle, apart from the bottom layer, which is solid black wool. The final thing we need to do now is the top. So what we're going to start off by doing is in front of the black wool, we're going to bring it forwards 6 using black wool. Same with the right side, 6 with black wool. Using the red wool, exact same applies, 6 red wool, links it to the front side, same with the right side. In the middle, for the first 2 blocks from the rear side, we are going to place 2 red nether brick, and then the remaining area is going to be red concrete, and that will bring us all the way to the front side, and that is the basics of the top side of the head. Now to give it a bit more of the curved kind of helmet look, what we're going to do is on top of this red nether brick, we are going to place 2 red wool. In front of this, we're going to place 4 layers of 2 red concrete, and in front of that, 2 red wool, and it will leave you a 1 block gap at the front side. Now, above all this red concrete, we are going to place a 4x2 of nether brick slabs, and once you've done that, that is the statue tutorial complete, and that is your Red Knight statue done. So what I'm going to do, once again, is I'm going to get rid of my arm. We're going to have a little spin around whilst I ramble a bit about all the kind of things that I want to plug to you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the tutorial complete. So before you leave, I do want to definitely, I guess, encourage you to leave a like on the way out if you found the video anywhat enjoyable or useful. Again, I know they're not necessarily entertaining videos, but if you found it useful, again, a like is very much appreciated. It supports the channel a ton. In terms of supporting the channel, once again, if you did enjoy this content and you like my content in general, definitely consider subscribing with notifications on. So hit the notifications bell so you actually get notified every time I upload. If you don't trust YouTube, and frankly I don't blame you, follow me on Twitter at GummyBearGames. I tweet out every single time I upload, and again that will be linked in the description. Once again, credit where credit is due to Boris, or Boris Bros, for the really awesome design. Again, come join us on the server, that is tantonetwork.com. That is where myself and Boris plays, and where a lot of the design work for these videos gets done. So, again, all the information down in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Comment your suggestions down below as to what you want to see on the channel, as well as what you thought of the video. It's all very much appreciated. But apart from that, I'm going to leave you here. Until next time, my name has been Tom Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe